Scott Indrisek with Artinfo and Modern Painters, and we're at the Frieze Art Fair in London. There's a lot to cover here at the fair, but we're going to show you some of the highlights, some of the bigger booths, some of the more interesting works on view. So let's get started. So we're here at the booth for White Cube Gallery with some new works by Elad Lasri, who is a sort of conceptual photographer who's always mixed photography with sort of different colorful framing devices and sculptural elements. And it seems like with his newest works, he's really taking that to a different level, especially with this one, which has sort of very sculptural, amorphous zebra wood frame. We're here at the booth for Hauser & Wirth, which is actually sort of an exhibition within the fair, curated by Mark Wallinger. There's dozens of work here. There's sculpture by Franz West. There's a piece by Christophe Bouquel, which is called Sleeping Guard from 2009, and that's actually the gentleman over my shoulder who is, as the title suggests, sleeping in a chair. Here we are at the booth for Michael Werner Gallery, which is based in London and New York. The gallery is really a range of work across the decades. Some paintings by Per Kirkby, a lot of work by Sigmar Polka, including these really terrific works on paper that are mostly from the mid to late 60s. They're mixed media. I really just love how sort of free and casual some of these are. This is probably my favorite one just because it's so simple. There's so much white space. It's a watercolor on paper called Untitled Couple from 1966. Really just a fun assortment of works. It's a great booth here at the fair. Now we're at Peloton Gallery. New York-based artist Cause comes out of toy culture and street art, so a lot of these works take imagery you might recognize and kind of scramble it a bit. So it's fun, it's bright, and it's also taking that culture that's familiar from everyone's childhood and kind of remixing it a bit.
This is a uniform that Ryan has designed for the gallery staff to wear at Frieze. Recently he's been working with a Japanese company called Mr. Porter, and the suit that he is making us all wear is part of a series called the Gandhi suits, and it is inspired by Gandhi. So in the film of Gandhi, when he's in the prison, he is wearing a suit which in some way replicates this. Joyce Pensato, who is here put together with the younger artists of the gallery, because her work has that incredibly fresh, dynamic quality to it as well. Joyce is actually in her 70s, and she's been working since the late 1980s using the same reference points, so these same characters, Disney characters. Her favourites are Mickey, Felix the Cat, Donald Duck, and then through time she's then got on to Homer Simpson, Cartman, and then also this subversive side to American culture. She loves the moment where comedy meets tragedy.
That concludes our walkthrough of the Frieze Art Fair this year. We've seen only a fraction of what's on view here at the fair. There's plenty to do here. There's a lot of energy in the air, and you should get down here yourself.